once when this was a single realm, long before the Sigmarites, before the Deepkin and endless spells as well, before realm gates, Nighthaunt, grand alliances, before Bone Reapers and Double Turns, in the time of the old world.
Hello Wargamers! Stephen Luka here, producing some 6th edition content for you. This is the promised content. We just want to get through all the 8th edition stuff first. What we have is vampire counts against High Elves. I brought some magic items for Steve to smash, and I'm going to mindlessly run towards him with overpowered fear rules. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I want to clarify what Luka just said though. What he just said is technically accurate. We recorded all our 8th edition games already, and now we're running 6 at the end. But I'm actually going to throw this in a different rotation.
Right.
So there are going to be 6, and then some more 8, and then 6 again.
That way we didn't have to worry about the rules between the 2 editions. Heck, to go even deeper, I was reading a 7th edition rule book to study up on this edition, and Steve had the 6th edition one, and I didn't even realize it because they're so similar.
They are, yeah.
Except for a few subtle things here and there. But we're playing 6th edition with 6th edition codexes, High Elves, vampire counts. I'm playing blood dragons. We're going to be playing the first scenario out of the core rulebook. This is the battle line scenario.
So Battle of Nibbleheim.
Yeah, if you want to, that's the narrative name for it. It's supposed to be Empire versus Orcs, I believe. But other than that, though, you can still use the pitch battle scenario for any regular game. So we have a skirmish between the High Elves and the Blood Dragons on the coast of Bretonnia, or Ulthuan, whatever you want to say. Maybe, I feel Bretonnia, though. I feel like we're at Bretonnia. And I'm trying to play them as if they are from Mousillon, because I have the Cursed Shield of Mousillon. That's like the only thing I have.
Hey man, the army is based off of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are Bretonnian night balls.
You're right. Yeah, it's true. This is all Steve's collection, which was made for 6/7th edition Warhammer Fantasy Battles, so I felt fitting to play it. Whereas mine is more for 8th.
This was actually built for 6th way back when as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, that all makes sense then. So what we have in this force, we are playing 2,400 points. So for me, I pretty much took one of every option the vampire counts had at the time, minus like ghouls and fellbats, because I didn't have those. Well, I didn't want to do the skirmishing ghouls, because in this edition they skirmish, they don't clump up in big units like the zombies and skeletons. For my core, I had to have, was it 3 units? I have 4 though. So I have direwolves as core, they're fast cavalry in this build, which is, thank you. I hate that they're not in 8th. We have skeletons, 30, maximum size. Light armor, full command. We have the other core is zombies, full command. Just 30 out of the 40 I could bring. More dogs, so that's like my 4 core. For special, I have, I think, 4 choices. We have Spirit Hosts, 3. I'm only allowed to bring 1 unit of Spirit Host, so I made it a 3-man unit because I had the points to do it. We have Black Knights, there's 10 of them here, with full command. And I don't believe they can't take lances, so they all have white blades. And they are barded with... They pretty much took all the upgrades. They're heavy armor, barded, shields, all that good stuff. And we have full command. The banner is going to be a screaming banner. That's a magical banner. When taking fear checks against this unit, you roll 3 dice and get rid of the lowest and take the 2 highest as your result. Now, in that unit this is my most expensive unit. It's got my Vampire Lord and my White Lord in it. The Vampire Lord is so mighty in this book that he counts as a hero slot as well. So he counts as my 1 Lord and my 1 hero. He is going to be equipped with the Cursed Shield of Mousillon. It reduces the attack of an enemy model in base contact with him by 1. It counts as a shield, so it gives him bonus to his save. Being a blood dragon, he wears full plate armor on a barded nightmare, so he's got quite the good armor save. And he is equipped with a lance. Now, in this edition, you had to mix your magic items and vampiric upgrades, so he can only take a limit of 100. I took honor or death when I had to issue and accept challenges with him as well by being a blood dragon. He's above skill 10. Now, when issuing challenges, if an enemy is about to accept it, they had to do a leadership check. If they fail it, they instead just decline the challenge, and then they're sent to the back, and then the vampire can fight as normal. His other Blood Dragon upgrades are Red Fury, which is just +1 attack on him, which is great. And then Heart Piercing, reroll hit rolls in the first round of combat for every... Like, he always rerolls hit rolls in the first round of combat. So he's a hatred, pretty much, for him alone. And this makes him a close combat guy. And then the White Lord, which is what he's called in this edition, is a hero choice. He's going to be on a Barded Nightmare. He can't take a shield because he's got a Battle Standard bearer. Or he's got a battle standard, and he will be, that's going to be a Banner of the Barrows, which is kind of the same as 8th edition. It just means that himself and the unit he's a part of, not the vampire, always hit on 3s. So whites in the unit hit on 3s. I can't modify it instead of the +1 to hit it was before. He is going to be equipped with, he's got his White Blade. He's going to have heavy armor, lance. No, sorry, heavy armor and the Barded Nightmare. That's all he's got going for him. And no magic items on him because he's got the magic banner. And well, that should be it. We have a Banshee as a rare choice. We have 20 Graveguard with full command. And just hand weapon, heavy armor, and shield. They're quite durable. The zombies, we have a Black Coach, which has wild rules. I'll explain as that comes up. And we have Fellbats over here on my left flank. And what do you got over here, Steve?
Okay, let's start on this side. We have 1 Great Eagle. We got 10 Archers, 5 Valerian Reavers. We have a Prince. No, sorry, they're called Commanders.
Oh, okay.
And this is the one with Sword of Might and the Ring of Corin. So that's a Destroy Magic Item banner, which I think he's on the wrong side.
I think you said this guy you wanted to be the Destroy Magic Items.
I did.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
So let me just...
Does it matter what models?
Almost the last thing to deployed. Yeah, it does. Just remember where they are, because this guy actually has the Ring of Fury and the Dragon Scale Shield.
Okay, cool.
And then we have 1 Tyrannok Chariot, 10 Silver Helms with all the upgrades. I'll come back to this one. 2 Bolt Throwers, 10 Archers with a level 2 Wizard in there. This one has the Nulian Crystal. And we took high for both our Wizards. So we have Kane's Ring, Ring of... What's the spell called? Fury of Kane. And she also ended up getting Balls on Making, which also destroys items, so they both are over here. But that is I rolled afterwards, unfortunately. Another Tyrannok Chariot, another Great Eagle. Now over here, we have 21 Sword Masters, which I had extra points about one more guy. They have the Standard of Sorcery, it's like a D3 more power dice per phase. Oh! The leader has the Book of, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Blessed Tome. So +1 leadership within 6. And I actually forgot to roll my general, we'll do that in a second. And my level 4 mage here has the Jewel of the Dusk, Talisman of Sapphire, Amulet of Purifying Flame, and is a Seer. So I chose my spells, which are going to be Walk Between Worlds, Curse of Arrow Attraction, Fury of Kane, Flames of the Phoenix, and because they're both high, they both know Drain Magic. Alright, I have a special rule called Intrigue at the Court.
Yeah.
I may not pick my general.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4. On a 5, 6 I had to pick.
Oh, okay.
This is the pure heart guy, so if you kill this one, you also get an extra 150 points.
Because yeah, the big upgrade.
Also in charge.
That works out good. Yeah, that's actually probably ideal. Actually, I think it's probably what you wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, my Vampire Lord's my general. He is a level 2 wizard by being a Vampire Lord. I didn't want to skew into magic at all as Blood Dragons because that's not really their thing. But I have no choice but to take a level 2. You always have to have a wizard as vampire counts.
Kind of wise, and you'll see in the magic phase, going up against High Elves in the magic phase is not...
it's not ideal, yeah, not at all. His spells are Invocation of Nehek as well as Gaze of Nagash, which works like the same as 2d6 strength 4 hits, if I do get it off. And, well, folks, that's it. We're going to go ahead and roll off now. I finished deploying first, so I'm going to get +1 to my roll to go first, and, yeah, see what we get.
Ooh,
Okay, well, I got a 5. It'll be me.
Go first?
Yeah, I guess I'll go first because why not, right? I don't know. I apologize if I make horrible tactical errors. It's very fundamentally different, kind of, in how they play with this edition.
Most importantly, no pre-measuring and charging as double your movement.
Yes.
Yeah, it's easy to make mistakes this edition.
Exactly. All right.
I mean, tactical errors,
Like tactical errors, right? It's hard to gauge like what the certain ranges are on certain things. So we are going to go ahead and declare no charges. No charges to declare, obviously.
Anything compulsory?
No, I got no compulsory moves
So
either.
this is actually, so in case you can't miss this, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's clear charges, rally,
Yeah.
compulsory, and then remaining.
Yeah, and then you after you do all those compulsory ones, then you move your chargers, and then you do remaining moves. Yeah, so it's very odd in the way that works.
Oh, sorry, yeah, move charger.
Yeah, so move chargers because the compulsory moves might mess up. By design they wanted the compulsory moves to potentially mess up the charges. At least that's what they said. So it's malicious,
Not
I guess.
a big deal, I found, but yeah.
Right, I don't have any compulsory moves myself. So
Let me show you before and after.
yeah, so they're gonna march. Being Fellbats, they have fly. This edition, you don't need to be within range of the general to march with fly.
Fly does never marches.
Fly, that's right. Fly doesn't technically march; it just moves 20.
It only ever charges 20.
And it only ever charges 20, which is still pretty good. The Chariot can't march, and then everything else is within 12 of my general, so it's able to march for this first turn at least to get up the board. All right, everything's moved. The Black Coach went forward, only 7, didn't do the full 8. The Bats went forward a little bit, only 5. Zombies wheeled 3, went forward 5 because they were in the march range, and then everything. The Dogs did fast cavalry things and ran forward in front of my army with slavering charge, and then The flanking support units went up forward, Graveguard and Skeletons, and then lastly, my General and his Brick of Black Knights went forward, and the Spirit Host, Runat, and March Rangers kind of meandered forward over in this direction. That's it. I'm done. I mean, I guess I could try Magic out. I don't think it's gonna work. I get 3 dice, I get 2 base, and I have a level 2 wizard, but because he's a blood dragon, I get 1 fewer dice from him, so I only get 1 instead of 2.
Generating spell dice are a little different. I'm also getting my 2. And I only get 2 for my level 4 and 1 for my level 2, but my Annulian Crystal does this.
Boop. Oh, you steal 1 of my dice. Yeah. So I could get a spell on a double 6, essentially.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I got 2 old dice. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Invoke. You know what? No, I'm going to do Gaze of... I'm going to do Invocation. I'm pretty much just looking for a double 6. Why not? I fail anyways.
Luka's capped at throwing 3 dice at a spell. For this spell, I'm not capped, and I stop.
Oh, absolutely.
So, okay, here's what you're going to see. You're going to see High Elves dominate the Magic phase.
Right.
But Luka's 1 failed fear test away from just winning the game.
Yeah.
At any point, he's 1 failed fear test away from winning the game.
That's pretty much it. If I get 1 good failed fear, that's it. That's game, and it's a vampire count victory. So it's going to be iffy in that regard. Trust me, this build is not based on magic. It's just martial force going forward. That's my first turn. We're going to turn 1 for the elves.
So, no charge to declare. I'm going to go ahead and do the thing where I'm 1 failed fear test away from losing.
All right. Okay.
It's never that bad. It's always that bad. Yeah, so no charges, so
nope.
Nothing compulsory.
And no compulsory either.
So I am going to do some movement.
All right, well, we'll do a before and after because this is going to be kind of finessey about being elves. They're faster than I am, and they can really manipulate how charges are going to work here. So everything is moved, or reformed, or repositioned. So why don't we go over what happened here?
I added a rank over here.
So they reformed to add a rank and get thinner.
I walked up here ready to do counter charging.
Right.
I brought my extra fireball over here. They stayed put. We're just kind of like walked up, getting ready to move around over here. Archers over here stayed put. Eagles trying to bait flyers into the woods, and then Reavers. I'm banking on this stuff being too far away from a charge.
It very well might be.
It's time for magic.
Oh yes. Now we get to see where the High Elves dominate the magic phase.
I get 2 dice for the magic phase. I get 4 dice for my level 4. 2 for my level 2. I have Jewel of the Dusk for my level 4, but only the level 4 can use it. And I have the Banner of Sorcery for 1 more. It's D3 more.
Yeah, 1 more die. And I get 2 for Dispel, and I get 1 for level 2, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have 3 whole dice to stop. There's no like +4 to casting, anything like that. The values of spells are typically lower because you're just trying to get the value on the dice. Double 1s trump double 6s. They're a miscast. 6s are irresistible force. There's a completely different miscast table. Now, the only thing that we noticed between 6th and 7th, one of the biggest changes is that in 7th edition, you can certain wizards can only cast with the dice that they generate plus the base pool. But again, we don't really care too much about that right now. It's not like either of us are masters of this game, so this edition. So this is perfectly fine. I got my 3 dice to try and stop whatever I might want to stop, and I don't know what that's going to be yet.
Alright, I got no need to cast Drain Magic on Luka at all because he's got no real offense. So we're gonna forget Drain Magic. Drain Magic is a broken spell.
Yeah, it makes it so the first level of it is whenever I go to roll magic, if I roll 6s, they're discarded. Then the second level is if I roll 6s or 5s, etc., etc. So it's very powerful.
It's 5, 7, or 9 to cast. If you roll it at 9
right.
to cast, you're guaranteed that which is not casting.
Yeah, so you have to use the. Is that like a channeled spell to remains in play? Or is that just for the next?
That's just the next one.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Fortune is fickle is when you have to channel it and hold it on the model.
Right.
That one, if they roll any doubles, they have nothing to cast.
Oof, that's spooky. Okay.
That might have been good against you. It might make you stop now, because you never get anything anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I probably would just, at that point, I'd probably stop casting magic. No magic here.
We're going to do, see, there's so much to do.
You got a lot of spells, and you have a couple of magical items that cast spells too.
We're going to throw 3 dice at Fury of Cain on these dogs.
Dogs, all right. So you
rolled
rolled
it with a 10.
That's a 10.
It's 2d6 strength 4.
Ooh. Ooh. Go ahead and roll it up. Whew.
6.
And I believe they're T3. Yeah, they're still T3 in this edition. So we're looking for
3s.
Is that 5? Oh, there's 1 dog left. I think I have to keep the middle one, if I recall. I'm just gonna do that. Bloop. I got 1 dog standing alone, and we got a lot more magic coming our way. So what is next?
Alright, this guy's going to use the Ring of Fury on this unit of dogs.
Okay, what's the range?
So it's 24.
Okay, you're definitely right.
It's the exact same spell.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, same spell. Nice.
The power level I think is 3. I'll double check that for you.
Power level 3. How many dice are we throwing?
No, it's automatic.
Oh, is that how those work?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is one of the reasons why Magic got kind of changed around. Ooh. Look, you're seeing 2 big issues: High Elf Magic and Fear in this.
Yeah, game. This is like some of the most like nonsense stuff of this edition. I'll throw 1 die. Do I have to equal?
You have to equal.
Oh, I failed.
Okay. They're gonna take 8 again.
Also 8 on them. Nice.
And 3s.
That
kills the unit. 5.
Yep, that's the unit of dogs dead here. Now we are immune to psychology as undead. We do not care about the panic of that.
This particular bound item can exhaust itself on a 1+. I mean,
gotcha. So it has a weight
on a 1, not a 1+. So it's still good.
1+, nice. No. Okay. All right, good.
We want to do Fortune's Fickle on them.
Which is?
Reroll a hit with my shooting weapons.
Oh, okay. Or like arrow attraction. Curse of arrow attraction, I think, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Curse of arrow attraction, correct.
That's the one I should have probably saved my dice to stop. I'm going to try and stop it on 2 dice. 8? No, I'm off by 1.
Yeah, by 1 extra.
Dang, so they got Curse of arrow attraction as reroll hit rolls against this unit.
You could have got it, though.
Close, yeah. I definitely misplayed by... I wanted to keep the dogs alive because they were going to block line of sight to them. So that's like obviously one good way to protect them, but, man.
We're going to Flames of Phoenix them.
Which is?
Every team a strength 3 hit. It's kind of remains and play dead deal.
Oh, okay.
So I need 11. I got it.
Okay.
So everybody's going to take a strength 3 hit.
Oof.
Your vampire is not wounded.
Nope.
Your white king is wounded.
Oh, he's wounded. I assume there's no clause of no armor saves allowed, right?
Just strength 1.
Save. I pass. 10 other guys. Which wounds on?
You got 4.
4 wounds. Oof. They're still T4. So no penalty to their save. They have heavy armor shield. And they're on a barded cavalry, so they're all good.
So mark them that they're on fire.
Yeah, they are currently on fire, and that fire is growing. That there, folks, is it for Magic, but Steve has got himself in a real good position here.
We're going to try to knock off that dog, he's going to still get work done.
Right.
We're going to fire the 2 bows from the chariot.
Couple bows from the chariot.
I have to measure for you with your 12. You are.
Nice.
No. Yeah, you are.
All right.
Okay, so the long bows here, regular bows here.
Right.
So we moved, and you're in shorts, we're just -1, looking for a 4.
He's also a single model now, so it should be -1 to hit him. Has to be a single model of unit strength 1. So he's unit strength 2. So it might not even matter.
Force I moved, yeah.
So it didn't matter in the end, yeah. And?
Nothing.
No. Oh, right off.
We'll try this chariot.
That should be -2 to hit. Oh, they both hit. And 5s? No, 4s. You do kill him. Boom. Down goes the dog. Got the good shooting now.
Single shot from a bolt door.
Oh, I assumed a single shot, eh?
Oh! On the hit.
Oh, curse. Oh, bless.
Single shot from a bolt door.
Second one.
Hits.
Nice.
And that's going to kill a model. So we have a strength 5. So 3s. Oh, only 1. Not bad.
Blah. I know, I gotta keep
Luka?
the middle one. Yes.
One more thing in the magic phase, sorry.
Oh, one more thing.
His ring is to target them. You have to now reveal all your magic items in that unit.
Boom, done. You know what they are.
What'd you have again?
He's got the Curse Shield of Mousseline.
Yep.
We have the BSB is the Banner of the Barrows, and then the Screaming Banners on the unit banner.
Now, the banners is +1 to hit?
That's hitting on 3s. This is Fear Check on 3d6.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. Screaming banner's gone.
Oh, what's the power on that spell? Dang, I had to figure out what I want to...
If it helps, I forgot I had it as well.
Dang. I can't stop everything with like 3 dice, so I do lose my Screaming Banner. It's broken.
It still counts as a regular banner, but yeah.
Yeah. Magic is sapped out of it, so it loses that effect. Okay.
Let's keep zapping them. Archers. They're hitting on 4s because they're range.
Right, and they can all see generally these models over here. That guy's not breaking it.
And 5s?
Yes, it should be 5s.
We got 4.
You get to re-roll hit rolls or something against them.
Everything hit.
Oh, everything hit? Oh, wow, okay. You kill none. Okay. They do have a 2-up save. And they have a 1-up. They have 5, 4, 3, 2. They have 2-up. We're then going to come over to the Fell Bats because they're getting lit up by Illyrian Reavers. Those are just regular bows?
Yeah, okay, so moved, long range,
and skirmishing. Yeah. So we have a hit, which does not wound. All right. And the little guys.
I'll stick with the bats.
This should be -2, so 5s. Or range.
They did not move.
Also range and
right.
skirmishing.
Yeah, double range.
And a couple wounds. I think they're only 2 wounds each. One of the bats. Shot to death. Yeah, I guess that one will lose. All right, not bad. I mean, you put me in a scary position here. We're gonna go on to turn 2 for the vampire counts, and I got to figure out how charges are going to work here and what I want to even do. For charges, we are going to declare that this unit will declare a charge against the eagle in front of me. Fear check. You are going to pay us.
We're good.
I wish I kept my screaming banner. You would have actually made it fail that one. I couldn't charge it. I don't think I could charge anything else though. So I'm gonna put dice there to declare that they're charging, and I think that's like 22 inches. So I think if I fail the charge, they still go 20 though. But I'm gonna declare a charge with the bats into them. You don't have to do the fear check unless we know it's a legal charge though. That works too. Yeah. So that's -3 to hit for stand and shoot.
I gotta measure if I'm in range. We know I'm in range. I'm not gonna measure. We'll figure that out.
Right, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Charge.
That's it. That's all I'm doing for charges. His rate is 22. So they stand and shoot, and they hit on 6s. Nothing. All right. And then they're going to fail, but they're going to go, I believe, 20 inches in that direction, but not actually connect on the charge. So they're going to be 2 inches in front, right about there. So we'll go ahead and move them, show where they end up. Obviously, they make their charge into the eagle. All right, so we move charges because I have no compulsory moves, and they make it into the Great Eagle. And we're going to do remaining moves now. We're going to move these zombies who only move 4 now, sadly. They're probably going to be not in the game, but they might be able to catch something over here, or at least force us up to move oddly. Or ever just moving forward. This chariot is going to just pivot on the spot, and it's going to go 8 inches that way. Whoosh, chariot stuff. And then we come over to here. We're going to do the spirit hosts because they can't march, but they do move 6. They're ethereal, so they don't care about the terrain in the way either. 6 is going to take them to the other side of the wall, where they can be. They can be a nuisance. They can be a threat. Not right now, but maybe next turn because they do charge 12. That's something. They don't care about the woods either, so they can just go right through the woods too. And then everything else moved forward. We got the Banshee in that direction. We're going to do a Ghostly Howl at the Silver Helms. Whatever they're actually called. I'm not too sure. Are they still called Silver Helms?
Yes. Yeah,
we're going to scream at the Silver Helms. Graveguard moved forward. Not their full 8, but just to get into this position here. The Skeletons moved forward, wheeled a little bit. And that's where we are at. We're going to Magic, where I only get...
Is the Banshee ethereal?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, she's ethereal. I only get 2 dice because I would get 3, but Steve will steal 1 of them. And I'm going to throw 2 dice and try and get rid of that. I need to show an 11 plus. And we do.
Okay. Not bad.
We got rid of that stuff.
Not impossible.
All right. Look at me go. Oh, that was actually outstanding. So I saved some damage on them potentially. We are then going to go on shooting, where we have the Banshee screaming at the Silver Helms. The way this works is, if you're familiar, it's 2d6 plus 2. I can do it if I march, and I subtract the leadership of the unit I'm targeting. They can use the Inspiring Presence from the general, and they suffer wounds with no armor saves equal to the difference. So I roll a 7, which is 9. Their leadership 10 because of the general.
My tome.
They are all good. The tome is the +1 leadership on the guy. That's kind of cool. Nerds. And we're done shooting. We're right on a close combat. We only have this one fight. I had to look at what the rules are for making way and whatnot. Well, the Vampire Lord has 6 attacks, which is ludicrous. He's got +1 for Red Fury being Blood Dragon. So normally they have 5. We hit on 3s. And we have a rule called Heart Piercer, I believe, where I re-roll in the first round of combat with him. So we hit with 5 of them. These are strength 7. What's the toughness on the eagle? 5 or 4?
4.
So 2s. So I do 4 wounds to the eagle. And he is dead. And I will overrun. Because I might as well. But my movement is 7, so I go forward 12 inches. So this is a completed charge. They have to do a leadership check. They pass. So because they're touching the obstacle, they're defending it. So I just charge the obstacle to charge them. And I just move into the obstacle. But I don't count as charging for the next round when we do combat with the War Machine. Unfortunately, I do hit that section of fence first, which slows me down enough to not make it. I'd actually be like right up against it.
Ooh, there might be a rule here that makes it. Well, I'm sure for you.
I would normally like to wheel first, but the 12 takes me exactly into contact with the fence, so I can't even afford a wheel. So if I was to wheel, that's what the problem is. So if I wheel, like in this edition, you have to pay for the wheel. It's not free like it is in 8th. So it's a lot harder to charge in this edition. This is not the best position to be in, but I'm going to hope that the vampire can defend himself and hold while the support guys come in next turn. We'll see how the magic goes. That's the end of my turn.
You know what? I'm going to declare a charge.
Boom. All right. You do all the declares first, then do the fears.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so they're past
okay, I already told Luka.
Yeah.
Everybody's declaring. Ooh, actually, they might not because they're going to be in the flank, right?
You'd have to split them up. You'd have to do the maximizing still. So what is the plan now?
So we're going to go ahead and put these guys into them.
Yep, I have to
hold. And then this guy and these 2 into them.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I think they all can fit.
What about the chariot?
Oh, I have to go over the wall. He's not going to go down to them.
Okay.
Yeah, these are going him.
Oh, those two there,
Yeah.
him there, or the Silver Helms into the Graveguard, and then what's that? Just that one guy, I guess.
of them.
Both of them into there. Okay, so let's start fear checks.
All right, we'll do this character here.
He's
good,
Ooh.
I believe.
He's leadership 9.
Them, good. A Chariot, good. And Cav, good.
So this is where my biggest misplay was. I forgot Steve had that bound spell to break my magic item. Those would have all had to be done on. Those would have had to all been 3d6. Take
Oh,
two
for sure.
high. Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
I know. That was a big misplay on my part.
sure.
All right, this is the hot mess we have. So we have a Chariot in my flank, Chariot in my flank, character, the Sword Masters, Silver Helms.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna be charging over here.
Ooh, okay. Oh, just get attacks then.
Um,
I'm charging over here because the fear checks might mess it up. So remaining moves. Everything's complete over there.
let's get within nice and close.
Yep. Just to get no penalty for range. And I suppose the archers will just stand still. And then the Great Eagle.
I'm gonna get ready to help out with a. Come here. I think we're gonna say goodbye to the archers.
Bye bye, archers. We do have some remaining moves over here.
They got nothing to do.
Just gonna back up a little bit. Not a march, just they have technically in this edition you actually take all the models, you turn them at 90 or 180 degrees. That's a quarter of your movement. Then you move, then you can turn them again. It's just a weird way of saying they move half backwards and half
You can
sideways.
turn as many times as you want.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get 2 dice, then my level 4, my level 2,
Boom.
then my Jewel to Dusk, and then D3.
What's the Jewel of the Dusk do?
It gives me +1 power dice, but only he can use it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna 3 dice Curse of Arrow Traction onto these bats.
Bats.
I was gonna think about throwing 2, and I wouldn't have got it, but I was gonna throw 3.
Ooh, nice. Okay, that can go off. Reroll heroes against bats over there, and that's from that level 4 over there.
We're gonna go ahead and try to break magic items again.
Yep, that's fair.
It's casting a 4 automatically.
Cast on a 4 automatically. Steve's got so many other random spells, man. I'm gonna throw 2 dice. I don't want to lose my Banner of the Barrows here, but I'm gonna take a lot of hits before I even get to swing with them. Or I don't want to lose my shield. That's a 1 less save on my vampire. Oh no, I guess it still counts as a shield. Anyways, I'll throw a couple dice. I should have done this last turn. I kicked myself in the butt. Yeah. I do. I stop it.
Yeah, if you did it last turn, I would have.
You would have not charged.
No, I would have.
Yeah.
I would cast it.
Oh yeah.
I
It's
had a
true.
I had a double rolls on making. We're gonna fireball here because Ring of Fury because you only have 1 die left.
This is the only thing
You're
I
gonna
can
save it for this.
This is all I can stop it. Yeah, okay.
Stop it.
So Ring of Fury. All right. So I got no more dice. Steve can just cast whatever else he wants. I didn't really put a lot of value in her life, but I figured I'd just keep 1 die to stop the other bound spell.
She's gonna 3 dice Ring of Fury on them.
All right. And
Or-
you get it with big old numbers. 10 hits as well. Whew. They're only toughness 3. They have 4 wounds though.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, okay. So these are 4s to wound, or sorry, 3s to wound. So I kills 1 base and wounds another. Bloop.
We're gonna go drain magic on your 1 wizard.
My vampire.
I have 2 dice. I don't do with them at this point. So I'll leave the lowest level 1. That's enough for the highest level 1.
Okay.
So he's just discarding 6s.
Gotcha. All right.
And then
We're gonna make something hot.
I'm gonna make something hot. I don't know what charge. It's gonna be those guys.
All right, skeletons.
I got it.
You got it. All right, so they're hot. They're
How many
currently
are
on
there?
fire.
How many are in there? Here's half on 4s.
We're at 7.
7s overall.
Yeah, that's 7. Yeah.
Yeah, 7.
And then should be over 14, 15-ish.
Nope, only 11.
11. All right. You get a 4 up in combat, but a 5 up against this. So I prevent 3 of them. So I do lose almost 2 ranks. I lose 9. Right? That's 8. No, I stop 3. I lose 8. So I lose 5, 6, 7, 8.
Shooting. 7 of them can see past
That guy there, yes. Yeah, so 7
I
shots.
moved, so 1 hit. And 1 wound.
And I don't save. 1 more dead skeleton.
Single shot from a bolt thrower.
Boom.
So 3s, 4s for range, 5s because you are skirmisher. Reroll for Curse of Arrow Traction. 2s. And does that rule exist where you absorb it?
No, not in this edition. You actually just add up all the damage it would cause.
And then your toughness 3.
Yes.
2s for the next one. Jeez.
How much damage does it deal?
D3 each.
So you get so that's the damage you deal. So it does 1 damage to the unit. Then you roll the wound, and then you roll the damage, and then you roll the wound, then you roll the damage.
All the same.
My bad. You're right. It doesn't
I'll just
matter.
keep rolling the wound.
Yeah, you're right. Keep rolling the
So
wound.
now we're on a strength 4, so 3s.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay. So it's going to be
3d3 damage. So
2, 3, and 3.
Oof, rip. But 8 wounds. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 dead. This edition it does spill over. Actually, no, sorry. The 3s don't. My bad.
Yeah, pull one model back.
The 3s wouldn't, so I do get 1 more back. So the 3s just stop at 2.
And then the other bolt thrower. Should I just do, I don't know, one shot on 5 to roll? No, one shot on 5. Rerolling.
Oh, jeez. Okay, sure.
2s and 2s. So we're going to do...
Dead and dead. You got him.
That curse helps. Archers! On 3s. Hold on.
T5.
6s! We got 2.
All right, got 4 armor. Oh, wow. 5 aboard. Takes 1. He's got 4 wounds left.
Archers! I moved, and you might be... Oh, we're good. 4s and still 6s, but... Oh, we got 1.
4. We're good. We take a wound. 4 left. All right, we're on a close combat. You do impact hits first, I think, before challenges.
Just do them both. Only 5.
5. Strength 4 or 5 on them.
5. Ooh. 3s.
That's still pretty good for them. So that's -2 to my 2 up. So unless they have something else.
We're gonna do this fight first.
Oh.
But hold on, just might resolve that.
Okay, yeah, we can resolve this then. So there's 3 of them. Oh, 4 ups against those. And 0. That's nice.
Uh-oh.
I'm good for that. Want to finish this one instead?
I needed those impacts.
I needed those Black Knights. I have to issue a challenge now. Oh wait, no. Your priority. Would you like to issue? Okay, I must issue with my Vampire Lord. And whoever accepts after I think we reposition, like honor or death kicks in. But if you accept with him, it won't matter because
I'll accept with him.
Yeah, he'd get pushed out, but that won't really matter. Yeah. Bloop and bloop. He's got nowhere to be pushed out of combat, so even if he fails the leadership check, he would just stay there and still fight. Okay.
Well, let's do these into your White King.
Yep.
Spears.
Okay.
Horses.
That is a hit, and that is probably not a wound. I'll roll my... Okay, now I gotta go look.
I think toughness 5.
I think he's T5, yeah. Dang, he's only T4, and I rolled a 1 on the save. He's got a wound left.
Oh, we got this spear unit.
Wow.
And horses.
Got a hit. 5 to wound. Nope.
And then 4 Swordmasters.
Oh, that is suspicious. Oof.
And Swordmasters on 3s. I'm still 6. And 3s. Well, this is a problem.
Is that strength 5?
Yep.
I pass. They have 2 up. -2. That's real bad. I'll go with the Vampire now into the challenge. He's got 6 attacks. There's more.
There's that guy.
Oh, he's in the challenge. He does that. He charged. So yeah, he hits.
He's got the great weapon, so he's wounding on... I told 5 or 4.
I'm T5 on mine.
So 3s.
Okay.
That's the sort of Mike guy. Strength 5.
So
only
strength,
1 wound. Not
so that's 1 wound, and it's -2, and I pass. Okay, now the Vampire will go back in the challenge.
No, I got my horse, because this
yeah, the horse.
doesn't matter.
The Ford. Okay, I hit you on 3s because I'm upskill 10. I re-roll first round of combat, and I'm strength 5. Are you T3 or 4?
3.
So I have 4 wounding hits at -2.
And then 6 up ward. He takes a wound.
I do 1 damage. Then I got my White Lord who has to hit the Chariot. White Lord has 3 attacks on 3s because of the banner, no re-rolling, and 4 to wound. No, nothing there. And then I've got just the 2 sideways. I'll put 2 attacks in Swordmasters, I guess, from the Black Knights. Oh, I gotta do the horse from my Vampire into your challenge. It hits and wounds. You're fine. Yep. And then my horse into the Chariot hits. It's strength 3. So no, okay. And then my Nightmares, sorry, I'll do my Black Knights that way. 2 attacks, they hit on 3s, and wound on Killing Blow. Kills the guy. Bloop. And my horses into them as well. 1 hit with a wound. Okay, I killed another guy. All right. Well, I think you I don't get my rank bonus because you disrupted me.
I got 3 rank bonuses.
Yeah, you got those at the beginning too, yeah. So yeah, in this edition, you actually get your rank bonuses right away.
I can't remember if you get charge bonuses in 6th.
You get hitting first as the charge bonus.
Right. Okay, sorry, here we go. 3 ranks. I outnumber you.
Yeah.
I have a banner, I have a flank, and I did 1 wound to you. You did 2 and 3 wounds to me, and you have a banner.
Right. I don't believe I get my rank bonus.
No, you're disrupted.
On 6th edition, you don't get a bonus for both BSBs. Or BSB and a regular guy.
As long as there's 1 to get it.
Ugh, that's really gross. It makes it a lot less valuable.
3 are gonna crumble and die.
Well, 1 less crumbles because of my BSB.
2 are gonna crumble and die. That's more I can do in combat, apparently.
Dang. Well, I'm gonna crumble 2, so I guess I lose you and you. My Black Knights. My magic. We have this fight over here.
I think I hit you on 3s. I'll look.
You do.
I want to skill 5.
I'm gonna skill 3.
I'll do
I just skill 3.
Okay, hitting on 3s. And then 2s. Uh-oh.
I kills 2 of them who can't fight back. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pull 2 from the back here. Bloop, bloop. But I would get my 3 rank bonuses. And then Horsey's, right. Oh, that's pretty good. And is that 1? 1 wound? I pass. Okay. So I get 3 of them attacking back, which is pretty much the command, which is going to be 4 attacks because of the Crypt Keeper there. We hit on 4s, and we wound on... That's a dead guy. Boop. Gets a killing blow. All right, so for this
I got 2 wounds on you. I have a rank and a banner. You did 3 ranks, a banner, and you did wound me 1 by 1.
Oh. Do I outnumber you? Do I?
Anymore, I outnumber you. So I tie.
Do you outnumber me?
I'm 2 each, and you lost 2. So we're tied.
Oh, you're super lucky. You automatically run away if you don't. You're holding. All right.
That's your turn.
All right. Well, on to my turn. I weathered the storm. I took the hit. Didn't kill him, unfortunately, but that's for this turn, I suppose. And we're on to my turn and charges I want to declare. Well, they're going to declare a charge against, I guess, I don't even know. Can I even declare him? Can't do the chariot either because the fence is going to make me fail. So they'll declare a charge. Not ideal, mind you, but...
That's 3. I'm going to make a difference.
Yeah, it's the
sorry, that's 3.
The combat result might help there. We're going to have the ghosts. That's not 12, so the ghosts aren't going to declare a charge. And, I wonder if the Banshee could help out at all here. Banshee could declare a charge, I guess, into the Silver Helms, just to... They're still in the front of them, so it's not going to help. It's just an extra model attacking, I guess. She can scream at them. It's the only target I really want to scream at anyways. I guess I can scream at that guy, but he's got a ward save, probably. We are going to declare a charge with this into the archers, though.
Stand and shoot. You cause terror, right?
I cause terror, but you are...
We're fine?
You're fine. All right, stand and shoot.
Something. Okay, so you're in short range, so 5s.
It should just be... only -1 for stand and shoot.
Yeah,
should be
it's
4s. Yeah, so a couple more hits in there. 6 to wound. And we have
just 1.
1 wounding hit, and I make my save. All right. So that should definitely be 16. Then, so it's... I think I'd have to go 4. Yeah, that looks about right. So he's gonna end up there. And I guess I'll move in the other charges. I'm gonna do that properly because I kind of just like pivoted him and threw him in. This edition, you do have to pay for wheeling. He's about 12 inches away where he is now. So he'd wheel a couple of inches, and then he'd go, I guess he'd do 1 more. And then he'd still have 13 inches of movement. He's about 12 inches away. So he'd go to about like there and still get like the 4-ish in.
No, you don't max. You're actually at least you're.
I think I could have wheeled 1 more inch to then maximize. That's where it gets a little wonky because you have to pay for the wheel, which I'm not a fan of. That's the one thing I don't like about 6 and 7 is paying for the wheel on the charge. It makes it clunky because if you would have to wheel to maximize and then that would make you fail your charge because you pay too many inches wheeling, then you would instead not wheel and then go in and then you wouldn't maximize, and it's odd. But
it's very abusable.
Yeah, exactly. It's not very clean. 8th edition has a much cleaner charge rule. So he's gonna end up over there. The skeletons are gonna go into the prince guy, who then I can't attack. So they're just gonna go into support with combat. They're on fire still. And then the Banshee gets in here too, because why not, I guess. One of remaining moves, these zombies are just going to move a couple inches and wheel a couple of inches. They're going to try and protect the back of the chariot, I guess. They'll end right there. And these spirit hosts are going to move 6, not 12. I just measured 12. They're not marching. They're going to go into the woods. Ooh, but they're ethereal. They don't care about the woods. Ooh. And that's going to bring it to magic, I guess, where I get 2 whole dice to try and double 6 and invocate to bring some Black Knights back, or to turn off that spell. Turn off the spell, I guess. I fail. What a surprise. All right, we're done with magic. We're on to shooting. We're going to have the Banshee scream into the Silver Helms there. 2d6 plus 2. I roll 7 up to 9. Again, they're fine because of leadership 10. And then we're going to go on to combat. And we still have the 2 different combats over here. I'm going to start with this fight first. Fighting into the Silver Helms. You are elves, so you have a higher initiative than I do. So by all means, go first.
3s to hit.
No, good start.
And 5s.
5s to hurt me. Oh, nothing. I get my full rank fighting. Oh, horses. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
Nope.
Okay. 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. -1. You alright? Are you 1 up or 2 up on them?
2 up.
Okay, so I do kill 1 whole guy.
I have nothing break.
Yep, that's fear. That's bad. Oh my gosh. So the way this works is I get 2 ranks. I win combat by like 1 or 2. Not a lot. But because of the way fear works, if I outnumber someone who loses combat, they don't roll leadership, they automatically run away. And I'll pursue with both. You go 3d6, and I only go 2d6. So they go 10. The Graveguard run 6, and she runs. I don't catch.
Guys, we have to roll a bunch of dice, but it's over.
It might.
It's actually it's over.
So what that 6 means is I get to overrun into the chariot and keep fighting with this unit. So they're gonna end up like that. And then the Banshee wouldn't overrun. The Banshee only goes like 4 inches, like to there. The Silverhelms aren't dead. They run through a couple things. They're like over there, but their banner dies. This is gonna resolve, and it might be over. So now we resolve this fight. I have to do the charges first. So I do these guys attacking the chariot, which hit on 4s and wound on 4s. 3 wounds at -1 on the chariot. Does he have 3 wounds or 4?
3.
All right. Do they overrun again? Oh, they're too exhausted.
Oh, sorry.
He's got 1 wound left?
He's got 1 left.
Okay, I thought it had
wrong
4.
Edition, wrong edition.
Yeah. Boom. So he's got 1 wound going. 1 wound left, and I don't think they would have overrun anyways, and they're too exhausted to overrun or something like that.
You do overrun twice, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't think these guys even fight. They just hang out there. And then we go to initiative, which is I'm initiative 8 on the vampire. Is he faster than that character?
Yes.
Okay, so I have...
Probably. Almost.
Man, that guy's leadership 7. Is he a hero?
Initiative. Yeah, he's a hero.
Stupid elves. Hitting them on 3s. I don't re-roll though. That's only the first round. And then these wound on 3. No, those 3 wound.
Strength.
5. So -2.
That's the guy with the sword of might.
Yeah, he has the sword of might. Yeah.
So that goes through. Wait.
And then
Yeah.
ward.
No, he goes dead.
Oh, I do get him. All right. And then the horse attack goes nowhere. That guy's got.
The shield gives him the ward.
Oh, he's got the weird shield
That's
skill.
why I made sure this guy had the shield.
Because he's got the green one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand. I was curious why
Sword
you're.
of might and shield with the ward.
I was curious why you're so specific on the models, because you're talking about the magic item, the bound item. I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter which one has it.
Yeah, well, it does, because the other weapon they have.
Exactly. Yeah, the other weapon. 100% makes sense though. So I actually do cut down that character, and then you have initiative on me.
Does not count for combat.
Yeah. You have initiative on me everywhere else.
Okay. These 2 elves.
Both.
Yeah.
I'm only T4.
Nothing. I'll do the horses, but if he dies, I think the horses same initiative. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
These 2 elves are gonna better get resolution that way.
Got a hit. That is
wound?
a wound. I have heavy armor, shield, and sword, so I have a 3 up again. Oh, I'd still lose again anyways.
Horses have to go forward.
Yep. Oh, both hit.
Nothing.
Nope. And then sword masters.
Yeah. 3 at -2.
3 at -2, -2. Oh, their save is just unstoppable right now. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna do white attacking that way. White Lord into the chariot, hitting on 3s because of the banner. Nope. All right. Nothing there. And then I just have those 2 attacking. So we'll do both of them into the sword masters, I guess, just to get more combat res, because reasons unknown. And then these wound on just 1 at -1. Is that a 5?
Yep.
They only have heavy armor?
Yep.
Okay, so I cut 1 down there, and I gotta do the horses. I forgot about them. Nightmares into them. No. And then the White Lord's Nightmare, which I forgot about, into the chariot. No. It's only T3, strength 3. That should be it for combat.
All right. My res is 3 ranks in the banner and 1 wound.
Wow, 1 wound. Yeah. Okay.
You got 3 ranks. You have a banner.
Yep.
You did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. And we have a flank.
We both have flanks, though.
Did I get my flank in there yet? Did I do my flank?
I think so. In the end, I win by 4, but I outnumber you everywhere, I think.
Actually, for sure. They failed anyway.
Yeah.
So they're all dead.
Everything runs away, yeah.
Okay, sure, but I mean...
Yeah.
This is the one that's running, they're chasing. Here, let's do this one here.
Okay.
You can't possibly fail that.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's game right there, yeah.
We can finish it.
Oh, wow. And that there, folks, is fear. Yikes. We'll jump into a post game and be like, wow. So, like, honestly, guys, I literally just walked forward, and that was it. I relied on fear. 100% just relied on fear.
You saw Luka not be able to play with magic whatsoever.
Yeah.
You did just walk forward.
I literally just walked forward. I even failed the overrun into your not crossbowmen, the boss. You guys know the bolt throwers. And I left my unit exposed right in the middle. They got charged by all of Steve's army, and then I won.
Undead were the 6th edition ogres.
I could definitely see that. Yeah, this is kind of this is like 100% mindless.
It's not like the army itself's pretty good.
What it really came down to were all the saves on the Black Knights. I made
Sure.
I made 7 4-up saves, like some ridiculous number.
Yeah, that could happen though.
Yeah.
As you can see, the reason why I like 6th edition a lot is you can go through combat with all like you're not pulling swaths of models off.
No, you do like little baby amounts of damage, and
I
then
like that.
yeah, well I do too. And then my favorite thing is like if you charge me and strike me, you kill my front rank. I don't fight back. That's it. I lose all my attacks. So that's the elves' strength. They always strike
Elves
first.
pay a lot of points for their models because the theory always is their initiative is so high that they're going to kill you beforehand. It never kind of worked out that way in this edition.
They're so weak, physically weak.
So
yeah. Now, if they were fighting men, maybe that could be a thing because it's a T3 on a man typically.
It's still you only see the elves don't have multiple attacks this edition.
Yeah.
You're paying more, but double the points of a man. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, elves had some. The struggle editions were 6th and 7th, but not that bad. Like Dark Elves were they were so bad they were not even playable.
Or they're that bad, eh?
6th edition Dark Elves were they were playable. I'm exaggerating. 6th edition Dark Elves were way worse than this because High Elves at least had
The crazy magic.
The crazy magic, which
Yeah.
is just like they dominate. That's it. You can't complain. Like what the frustrating thing about Fear here happened today could be just as bad for another player if I'm playing High Elves, right? So
Right.
basically, if I wouldn't play High Elves if Luka's gonna play what's another army? If you
Empire.
If you play Empire, I probably wouldn't play my High Elves.
Okay, fair.
I thought I had no problem doing this thing because it's very similar to what I normally would play.
Right.
I had no problem doing this against Vampire Counts. It's a good fight. I couldn't.
I honestly, guys, I don't know. I walked forward and I just like full force, brute force my way through it. Maybe this is like an ideal situation for Death where they just want a giant clumped up battle. I would assume that again.
That's always been that's Warhammer though. Everybody wants to try to come to a battle.
Right. The vampire was out. It's a 500-point vampire, but he's super good in close combat.
Yep.
Blood dragon. The downside is having to issue and accept challenges. And I just walked forward, and it worked out. That's kind of what
You
we
saw why I have this team. Like it did work in 8th,
Yeah.
but it used to work in 6th and 7th.
I see
It's
that.
even better in 7th.
Right.
We'll get to that eventually. You'll enjoy that in 7th.
Oh, jeez. I really like it. It's really good. But it is like, is that supposed to be like walking up the middle of your army, or is it supposed to flank?
What do you mean?
Like-
You walk straight in.
You just walk right in the middle.
It's ogres of the time.
I guess. Okay. No, but I could see in theory why the elves pay such a premium because they pretty much always strike first. Because they have such high movement, they get to dictate when and who charges happen, right?
If you're really good at guessing measurements.
Right.
It's still that, yeah.
The elves will always, like an experienced player will always dictate that, and then failing that, their initiative is typically higher than everything else as well. So they're always striking first,
We
which
have
means
higher average leadership too.
you got pretty good leadership as well.
Or baseline 8.
So like in theory, you're always cleaving through the front rank of whatever you're fighting in combat.
It's in practice, it never happens.
Right, because
Because you're paying a lot of points for Elf, who is
T3 strength 3.
one of the like least defensive models. I mean, there are
Yeah.
other really bad defense, but yeah, T3 tough.
Yeah.
5 armor is all you're gonna get with an Elf.
Yeah, in practice, I don't see how it works at all. Because like even orcs are walking on T4. Like now, granted, these guys are pretty good in close combat with a 3-up save in melee and T4.
See, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I play the orcs. I wouldn't want to play the orcs either.
Oh, I don't know the rules at all. In
No,
Six.
with these high elves because the
Oh.
toughness 4, your bows aren't efficient. You're hitting pretty good, but your bows aren't really efficient enough.
Right.
But once you get into combat, that T4 is significantly better now than
Yeah.
than 8.
Well, because you only have 5 attacks typically, right? And it's just like you hit on 3s and then you wound on 5s. You get one wound.
And there's
yeah.
there's 100 different ways in 8th edition to modify your opponent's toughness.
Yes.
And to modify your
You're 100% right. I can think of 3 spells off the top of my head,
Right.
and that's just spells. Yeah. There's like you're right. 8th edition. There's a lot more ways for all the armies. Like these elves don't want to be in melee at all. I don't see how they want to be in melee one bit.
No.
Not even remotely. Huh. Well, folks, that's it for this game. It was an overwhelming fear win. That was
Well, like if you hadn't had this cavalry, I think I could. If you had just brought infantry,
oh
I think I
yeah.
could have melted them before they got to me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, the cavalry put such a quick threat on you, right? Just walk up, just. I didn't move too much the first turn, but then I made that charge into the eagle and then a good overrun. That's what the threat kind of was. I think actually you had an idea that I kind of liked, but you didn't go with it. Because you said you're just going to ignore them and let them charge your war machines, then hit them with everything instead.
I hindsight, I should have.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I was like, okay, you know what? I didn't want to. Here, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be. I'm going to sound really arrogant. I was like, you know what?
Oh, I thought you.
I want to make
yeah.
sure this is interesting.
Right.
I don't want to just.
No, I knew. You said you were going to do that, and I'm like, that's a good idea.
Because they'll be the rest of the game. Like they'll have to kill one.
They're just going to kill
then
one.
the other.
Yeah.
And then the next turn, and then I'm gonna get their arc.
Yep.
I could have just ignored that and fought everything else.
For the rest of the game, they would have just charged them. I would have had to reform to support one of my sides. And that would have been a bad position for me to be in, unless the Graveguard were miraculously held, but I don't think they would have against the Swordmasters and the Chariot.
Yeah, Chariot helping out. I would have had one less night attack, but I would D6 impact attacks.
Yeah.
But you still would have had models left alive for the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
But you would have outnumbered me, so I would have auto ran.
Right. Yeah. That would have.
It was. You're right. I should have ignored the knights, but.
Well, I know, I get it, because it would have been, this is one of those, like, I don't know what I'm doing, so Steve's kind of throwing me a bone, and it was just, like, I made all my saves, and I was kind of, like, brute force my way through.
Half of this unit is dead on my next magic phase. Well, not anymore, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, he got cut down.
Like, now it's strength 4.
Right. Exactly, yeah.
You can never, well, I mean, you removed the first one.
I box card the first one.
You know what,
yeah.
that actually was the thing, too. I wasn't planning, like, I figured you weren't gonna do it. You were gonna break it, so I was gonna hit them with strength 4.
Yes, and then
I was gonna put it on somebody else.
Right, so I would have lost potentially a few more models from that unit, and then the impact hits going in. This should have spelled doom for them, but it just didn't. It just worked out. But the dice were heavily in my favor in that regard for some reason. Anyways, folks, that's it for this game.
Well, that's the thing about, that's the thing about playing undead. You're always one failed leadership test away from losing the game.
Yeah, we said that on camera earlier, and then we discussed that off camera. Cause I had said off camera because you were describing all your magic. I'm like, oh man, I don't know how to deal with that. I'm just gonna run forward and hope fear works.
You happen to roll high on a leadership to charge.
Yeah.
And now you're at a position.
Right.
And
Exactly.
It's in the wrong spot.
Yep.
Yeah. You just feel like no banner, like, because it's 8th edition. The extreme is. Fear's nothing.
Yeah, right.
You have your banner, you're always going to read it.
You don't care about fear at all, yeah.
You don't care about psychology much.
No, not really, yeah.
But yeah, this one is like you're one failed leadership fear test away from losing a game.
The BSB is, I think, a little too effective in 8th edition. Just it covers leadership checks in a broad spectrum.
Well, but you see like you see the evolution and everything. So you have to fully experience it. You have to
play the edition.
6th edition of the books.
Yeah.
Then you have to go play the 7th edition with the 6th edition books like everybody did.
Right.
And then get your new 7th edition books and see the evolution. And then you go play those with it. Yeah.
And then every small change makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Until the BSB.
Until the point's like, oh, you just kind of like nerfed everything from 6th.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like all that stuff that doesn't last anymore. Ah, jeez.
It's a very different game.
I wasn't gonna do the overrun on them because I knew it would have been out of position. But in my mind, I'm like, if I roll high enough, I can get them. But I have to roll pretty high. But I didn't consider that little piece of wall there.
I completely forgot about 3. Like I knew 3d6 you get higher than 6, like 7 or higher move.
Right. Yeah.
I completely forgot about 3. So I'm like, yeah, he's overrun. Like I'm still gonna ignore him. He's not gonna be that far forward. He's gonna average 7 inches forward. Oh no, he's gonna average 10 inches forward.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I got the lucky 12, but unfortunately the wall there stopped my movement. I was just going to hold because I was right beside my 2 guys and I was in a way better spot. But my thought was if I get into combat, then on Steve's turn he can't hit them with missiles. So I just like neuter a lot of the missile fire at them. And then sure, I'm out of position, but I can kill them and then these guys can support me. But then I failed my charge and I'm like, oh yikes, that's real bad. But it worked out. I got lucky, it worked out. And that's, Luka the dice. There we go. Look at the dice. Happy wargaming, everyone.